Hi, this is my persuasive speech. So, my senior year of high school, I missed a total of 80 days, maybe even a little more. No, I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't skipping on purpose just to miss school. Plus, senior year is supposed to be the best time of your life in high school. Well, mine was a different story. It all started one morning when I woke up and I had no energy to move or get out of bed at all, and I had to rush to the bathroom to get sick. My mom and I figured it was just the flu or a little stomach bug, and it would go away in a couple days. However, it kept happening for weeks, morning after morning. So we decided we should probably go to the doctor and try and find out what's going on. The first trip they told me it was most likely just due to stress of my senior year that was making me sick, and that I just needed to find a way to focus my stress on other stuff and maybe try and eat healthier too. I knew that wasn't the case because you know your body and you know when something's not right. And I knew something wasn't right, and I knew it wasn't just because of stress. But you always listen to the doctor because you think they know what they're talking about most of the time. But the symptoms and everything kept happening, which is why I kept missing school, because I just couldn't find myself to get up and go through a 6-hour day of school every day. So we finally called my aunt, who works in a medical office, and she set up an appointment for me to have an endoscopy, which is where they stick a small little camera down your throat to look at your organs and all your insides and try and find out what's going on inside. And they discovered that my small intestine was completely damaged, along with the small hair-like villi that surround it. And villi are what help absorb nutrients and important things like iron and all that kind of stuff. And they diagnosed me with celiac disease. Celiac disease is a disease in which the small intestine is hypersensitive to gluten, leading to difficulty in digesting food. Suddenly, after they told me that, everything made sense. I knew I wasn't just dealing with stress. They told me I had it my whole life, but I didn't start to show symptoms, which is very common with this type of disease, until I was 18 in my senior year of high school. Honestly, this isn't the news that I wanted. I actually broke down in tears as soon as the doctor told me, because I spent my whole life eating whatever I wanted. I would go to Taco Bell all the time. I would get Jets, pizza. I would eat pasta every single day. Like, I was obsessed with anything filled with gluten. I always wanted pasta, bread, baked goods, cookies, all of that. However, with celiac disease, you have to cut everything with gluten out of your diet in order to restore your health, your small intestine, and avoid getting much worse, which can include cancer. So I had to cut out literally everything I was eating. It was extremely hard at first to get used to that because I didn't really have the knowledge of what was okay to eat and what wasn't okay to eat at first. So after a while, it became a lot easier after I learned the things I could have and the things that wouldn't make me sick anymore. This is actually our cupboard at home. this is my whole shelf right here because everyone else in my family eats regular food without the gluten in it. Or with the gluten in it, sorry. And so we picked a shelf just for me, just so I can fill it with everything that I know is safe. I also have a few stuff in the fridge too that we have to keep separated because you can actually get sick from cross-contamination. Say like you go to a restaurant and you want some fries. Well, if they cook the fries in a fryer with chicken tenders or other stuff that has breading on it, I can get sick from that. That's how easily it affects you. So I would not recommend going on a gluten-free diet unless you have to for medical reasons. It may sound like a healthy alternative, but in reality it is not. Gluten is found in wheat, barley, rye, and possibly oats. And a lot of celebrities are going on this gluten-free diet because they assume that it will help in weight loss, such as Victoria Beckham and Gwyneth Paltrow. However, there is no scientific evidence to prove that gluten-free diet promotes weight loss. In fact, most gluten-free products have a lot more calories than regular food because they need something to add flavor, such as sugar and fat, to help these products in tasting good, because most of them don't. Going gluten-free means you have to avoid certain grains, which can result in you eating fewer products enriched with nutrients, which may lead to deficiencies in iron, calcium, folate, and a bunch of other important nutrients that your body needs. In fact, I have to take extra nutrients, especially iron, because that's really important for women. And being on a gluten-free diet, they told me I do not get as much iron as I need, so I have to take extra supplements for that. Another negative is that gluten-free food is so much more expensive than regular food, and it's tough because, especially in the economy these days, like you don't want to go out there and spend so much more money just to eat healthier when really it's not that much healthier. So in the end, going on a gluten-free diet just because isn't worth it. You should only go on this diet if you have celiac disease or a gluten sensitivity, which some people don't have the disease, but they still are sensitive when eating gluten. These two cases, you need to do research to make sure you can continue to get important nutrients that the gluten-free diet might lack. I recommend not going on this diet unless medical reasons require you to. I would give anything to go back to eating Jets or going through Taco Bell real quick just to get a soft taco or anything like that, because I can't do that anymore and it kind of sucks sometimes, especially when your whole family eats whatever they want and all your friends are eating whatever they want to. Gluten-free diets aren't guaranteed to weight loss. It lacks necessary intake of important nutrients, and it is expensive to maintain a gluten-free diet. So enjoy that cookie or that sandwich on your white bread, because some of us don't have that privilege unless we want to get sick. That's all.